and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. And baby, are you gonna be the one that saves me?
Oh,
All
wow.
right.
Okay.
We've
Yep.
got Sridhar on
Sridhar's here.
most
Hey,
controversial
thanks
day.
for having me.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so you just
I didn't realize if there's multiple tabs in Discord. Okay, I don't use Discord. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That was
That was
really
well
funny.
timed, man. I thought that was
Yeah.
a joke on purpose.
That was anyway, so Sridhar's here. And we're as I was just saying, he knows a lot about Quora. He's like probably one of one of the only people to ever do like a very successful platform change from Quora to Twitter. That's it's like how only like very few athletes ever become actors, despite a lot of them really wanting to.
Yeah, people don't realize how many platforms I've been on over the years. I originally started on a Redwall muck on Telnet in 1996. Came to
Wow.
dominate,
Holy shit.
but yeah. And every couple of years, I just switched to a different medium.
Is that Redwall? Is that like those? I just immediately think about those books with like.
Yeah, that's what it was based on. Yeah, it was
Oh,
a bunch
okay.
of, it was a community of people who really liked the books and would like act out as these characters.
Oh yeah.
And
I remember very vaguely when I was about 6 or 7 years old seeing an animated show that would air super early in the morning. And so when I got up at like 6 a.m. to watch cartoons, I would very occasionally catch the beginning of the Redwall animated TV show.
oh wow, I never saw that. I stuck to the books and to the multi-user character kingdom.
When can we expect your pivot to TikTok?
I have been wondering about it. It seems like that's where all the action is. A friend of mine just jumped on TikTok at the beginning of the pandemic, and within 4 months, he has like 2 million followers. It seems really easy to build up followers there. But all of the content is garbage. So
Yeah.
It's
Perfect place for
there's a
me.
lot of not great. A lot of the top TikTok posts, like there's a kind of similar thing to really really viral tweets where like everything with like 700,000 likes on Twitter is something like, y'all ever think about how depression can make you have a crush? And then all of the top posts on TikTok are like that sort of similar vein, but people are generally just happier. So it's like when you see Bay eating food and you just get like 5 million.
Y'all ever think
followers,
about how perfect mental health can make you have a crush?
yeah. But yeah, we're hopefully the podcast can also transition to that. And most of our guests can be from TikTok. You just sort of like you just hear like that automated voice. It's like doing a podcast. And then you just
that automated voice did come on at the beginning of this. It said recording beginning now.
Yeah, that's Craig. Yeah, he's
Oh, was that really a person saying that? It
no,
sounded...
that's that's the service. That's not. It would be funny if that was just our friend that does that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I looked on. Yeah, I think I mentioned it. I've been wanting to go on Quora for a while now. And just like look at stuff. On there because I've seen some pretty funny stuff, and I think I ended up bookmarking almost 50 different tabs of things on Quora just in like the few days that I've been doing this. And I sort of just did it with keywords. So So these this first, I guess, yeah.
I can get a sense of some key words just looking at these links. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one that I looked up was just lizard, or my lizard. It was like, yeah, lizard, my lizard, and then monitor lizard, which are like the biggest lizards. And it's one question.
I don't
This
know what all
first
the
one,
largest lizards are off the top of his head.
yeah.
He's got like a it's like a like this is his version of like 10-year-olds with Pokemon.
Yeah,
just got
well,
them
I
categorized.
did do a project in school about Komodo dragons when I was 10. So
When I was 8, my teachers let me give a presentation on 9/11. I don't know what was up with that.
When I was 8, my teachers refused to allow me to give a presentation on 9/11. They said that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, don't spill the beans.
Don't spoil it for everyone.
Yeah, we know you're very smart, but a lot of the other kids in the class haven't caught on to that yet.
Yeah.
They're not following Osama bin Laden.
I had to let it
Yeah.
play out.
Yeah.
Some of y'all are kind of fake Bin Laden heads, honestly. I've been following him for
Oh, yeah.
decades.
Ever since whole bombing. That's another thing I did a project on. That's why I know about it. So anyway, this first question is someone just asked, "Is it okay if my black-throated monitor lizard eats a cat?" And then people are just, yeah, and then the response is, "If you're asking because you intend to do so, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you're asking because it happened inadvertently, oof, that's rough, buddy. Take him to the vet." I like the two different.
That's
and
so
it's-
funny.
yeah,
I
let me ask
actually-
you-
Oh, sorry, I don't see that particular link here in the links you sent
Oh, it's
me.
at the very bottom. It's show links
I
at
mean,
the very bottom.
Can I tell you what I see at the very bottom? It's not about a monitor lizard.
Oh, are you in premium show links?
Yeah, I'm in
You
premium
might
show
be in
links.
premium show
Oh
links.
no,
That was
those
a
are the wrong
different
ones.
Quora post that we did.
Yeah.
Those were
Those
some
were some
different
other ones.
Quora posts. I am so sorry.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
I'd be perfectly happy to discuss it. It says, what is it like to be
No,
raped in prison?
Yeah.
I did it once, and I think that's all I can handle.
Yeah, we
I see.
recorded a premium episode a couple days ago, and I got some of those out of the system, some of the more flavorful ones that I found. But yeah, it's in regular show links. It's two above. And it's stuff about
okay.
monitor lizards.
I'm really feeling jealous of the premium show listeners now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can.
There were
yeah.
some funny ones in there, but it also got insanely depressing very fast.
Oh yeah, no, it got like. I still have some of those. We'll see if how fast we get through these. I have a
Okay.
lot, so we can yeah. So then just I guess yeah, we can sort of. There's not a lot of these don't have that much sort of I guess no pun intended. Don't have a lot of meat on the bones. But
Right.
yeah, I just found 3 that were like, is it bad that my cat just ate my lizard and I don't even care? And then why did my lizard throw
These
up
two
its own
back to
organs
back.
and
You
die?
found one where a monitor lizard ate a cat, and then a different one where the cat ate the lizard.
That is
Yeah.
Guess you
sweet.
look stupid now, lizard
It's
fuck.
the circle of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Scale cells, BTFO.
Yeah. 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 But that's what I was
You've got just different kinds
So-
of furries who are looking at these posts like an NFL game, like they're
Yeah.
fucking like whooping and hollering and shit.
Yeah.
I can
What's the
see
score?
also after the lizard ate the cat, there's this other question. It's the next on your list. Why did my lizard throw up his own organs and die?
Yeah, that was another one that I found.
Because lizards are highly allergic to cats.
I get they're like they're like my mom. They're ridiculously allergic to cats, and like my mom, they throw up their own organs sometimes.
Whenever your mom eats a cat.
Whenever my mom eats a cat, I do remember I like really wanted a cat when I was a kid, but my mom's allergic, and the way that she like got me out of asking was she just told me the truth. She was like, I could stop being allergic to cats, but it would be like 12 sessions of like, this therapy, and it's $100 a session. It was like, oh wow, that's like $100 is the most amount of money in the world, and I don't want us to go bankrupt. So I guess I'll stop asking for a cat. I'm sorry
Why
I
did my
ever
mom
asked.
throw up her organs and die?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was That's odd that your mother. I mean, she's just telling you this made-up story, I assume, or that was real.
I think that was real. I don't think she,
You know,
unless she like was acutely aware of my like kind of warped sense of value when I was like 6.
I know. Okay, but my thought process is, I get it. People aren't made of money, but if you're allergic to cats your whole life and you can just get out of it for $1,200, I don't know. It's a life of being free from sniffling every time you're around a cat. I
Yeah.
think I might bite the bullet on that at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe maybe it's like a bit of a hassle and she didn't want to do it. I'll have to confront her on that.
In fairness, I'm
But
only
Yeah.
saying because I'm thinking of your mother doing it. It's true that if you came to me and you were like, "You got to go 1 hour a week for 12 weeks," I'd be like, "Forget it." But
yeah.
Something men would literally rather be allergic to cats than go to therapy.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Let's
Exactly.
go. Yeah.
This is now the
Anyway,
most viral episode of Most Controversial.
yeah, we're going extremely viral.
Do we
This
want
next
to do this
one's
next one because it's cracking me
speaking
up?
speaking of sort of like parenting and like guiding your children through through things that will come up. This next one is what will happen if I smoke weed. I feel like this is sort of this is like a much more classic answer or classic question. Um, the first answer is locked behind Quora Plus.
I know this is
For
bullshit.
some-
Yeah,
What is
which
this?
I did not know. What the fuck
But
is that?
I was a top
It looks
writer
like they're
on
just-
Quora for like 3 years. They
Yeah.
won't let me view this answer.
I mean, it looks like you can
Some
see a bit of
bullshit.
it, and they're just like describing how THC works.
Yeah.
So that's like not too bad.
His first sentence is super annoying. Like the smoke enters your lungs. Wow, thanks, genius.
Yeah,
Really fucking needed some. I needed a top Quora answer to tell me that if I smoked weed,
Yeah.
smoke would enter my lungs.
From Anonymous, they says, I'll not get into what happens scientifically, but I'll tell you what you'll feel. You get high. You'll feel like your soul has been freed. At least that's what I feel. I like this one. Your senses will go to the next level. Everything feels better. I like the idea that when you smoke weed, like all your senses get like, just like
you have Batman,
like just
like,
another
not
notch.
Batman, I guess cat-like reflexes or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
the guy?
There's a 25% chance you
Who's
get
the
really
blind
good at
guy?
video games.
Daredevil? You have his reflexes, except for the
Yeah,
sight.
just once you smoke weed, yeah, you can just like hear insanely well, and you have the eyes of a hawk.
That's why everyone likes listening to music on weed, because you pick up all these notes that were just so soft in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can finally understand the bass line to "You're Gonna Go Far, Kid" by The Offspring.
Yeah.
Makes me so happy.
And then they say positivity boosts up, which I guess. Food tastes way better, music feels better, crappy movies becomes better. You'll eat like shit, even shitty food tastes good. You'll feel like you are sleeping in clouds. Parentheses, my experience. You'll think deep about everything.
You'll think deep about. Yeah, I love the idea that smoking weed will make you think deeper. Like you'll just say like "squeeb bleeb bleeb" and then laugh at yourself for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's like what? Yeah, I think this person might be confusing weed and Adderall.
Well, yeah, that's possible. A number of mathematicians used to really tout the benefits of drugs like, I guess, amphetamines and Adderall and so on for having deep thoughts, as it were, about the structure of logic. I don't know of anyone who's been very productive on weed.
Yeah, I can't imagine that being like the
I think also there's this thing that a lot of people who are really into drugs do. I'm a bit snooty because I've been sober for a while, but I feel like people confuse their perception. I mean, it's obvious, but they confuse their perception of profundity with actual profundity. So they're saying you'll think deep about everything. He just means everything sounds deep to him. But I feel like I'm always talking to people who, let's say it's a harder drug than weed. Let's say it's mushrooms or something. They'll be like, "Oh, I had this experience where I felt my own mother's pain. I went back in time and I experienced my own birth and whatever. It really opened my eyes. I mean, you just had a dream, but now you have imbued it with some significance. I don't know. I'm very dismissive of drug users in a
Yeah.
way.
No, yeah. I mean, I think people sort of misconstrue it. Like, I think that's how people felt like back in like the 60s to 80s, but now that now that weed is just like the only plant that's like 10% like solid crystal, like they've just made it so intense that like I don't think it does that anymore.
Yeah. I think
Anyway,
all
this
drugs should be legal, but we should be banned from talking about them.
I
I'm
think
on
that's a
board
good
with
idea.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do whatever you
Uh,
want as long as I don't ever have to fucking hear about
yeah.
it.
Unfortunately,
So
the greatest stand-up clip I've ever seen about the tedium of talking to drug users is from 1983 special called "Himself" by one William Cosby.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
um, I what was I? Oh yeah, so this next one, this sort of combines the two things we were talking about, and it's someone asks, "What happens if I blow weed smoke at my snake?"
Oh yeah, bringing them together like a herald.
Start
Yeah,
talking to you. We'll be like, fuck
yeah,
off, man.
yeah. And then so Chris Reed, and then on Quora, for those who don't know, you can sort of put like your qualifications like right after your name. So it'll say like whatever, like PhD in psychology from Syracuse University or something. But then you don't have to verify that, so you can also just put like personal stuff. So it says Chris Reed, have been keeping reptiles and amphibians as pets since 1985. And he answers, "You may damage your snake's lung. Snakes and other reptiles have fairly delicate respiratory systems, and snakes particularly only have one working lung." And he just says, it would damage the tissue, whatever. And I think that's the only that's the only response, unfortunately. But I
Seems like
guess
a
it's
pretty reasonable response, so I
yeah,
feel on board. Uh,
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Snakes maybe are perfectly fine smoking, but I feel like that is the one
yeah.
risk.
Yeah, I guess I'm just disappointed because I was like, I was hoping someone was like touting the medical benefits for your snake.
You really wanted a herpetologist to weigh in.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
This
see like
one,
in the outline of the snake, like you know how sometimes they'll like eat an antelope and you just see like a giant bulge because they swallow
yeah,
everything whole. It's just like a gigantic like 1800 style Sherlock Holmes pipe, like
yeah,
stuck halfway through its gut, and its eyes are all
yeah,
blitzed out and shit.
yeah, um, yeah. This one's kind of I was just like going through my folder of 50 screenshots or links for this. So this one's not really related, but someone just asked, "Have you ever taken a shit in a car?" I don't even remember what the key word I used to find this one was. I don't think it was take a shit. I don't even know how I found this. But yeah, if
I'm
Gus, do you want to read what Scott Simca says, or yeah, Sridhar, if you want.
The way he
sure.
spells crapped is so funny. It's
Yeah.
CRAP''D.
Crap, yeah.
All right, I'll
Uh,
read this answer here by Scott Simca, current career executive chef. Although I have not crapped in the car, I do keep an oversized lawn trash bag handy in case cramps overtake me and there's a 200-car train stopped at the 100 mark and I'm first in line to cross the tracks when it starts moving again. I do keep multiple partial rolls of tea. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that's a really specific situation.
I do keep multiple partial rolls of TP in my car and in the past, my pickup. On more than one occasion, I've had to pull over just past a small bridge and crap hanging back on a tree just out of public view. On one occasion, overcome with grumbling cramps while driving home from a multi-day gig, I pulled into a construction site and hung off the back of a tractor to do my business. Not having any toilet paper, I had to use my t-shirt and leave
Oh
it there.
god. That's
Can you just imagine going to work and finding a t-shirt right next to a
oh,
goopy pile of poo? Going in the car is the absolute last resort. I could never see myself doing it.
I can, I feel like I can never see myself doing it. Is like That's
I couldn't see myself doing any of this. I wouldn't.
yeah, I know. That's like I like that that's where he stops himself. It's like I've done a lot of things, including presumably driving shirtless back in my pickup truck. Like
Why does he have to
from
crap so bad all the time in the car? Like most people.
I don't know. Yeah.
Imagine like a cop pulls him over and he like sticks like a flashlight and is like, "Sir, have you been drinking?" And the guy, like, as he's getting up, you can just kind of hear like an unsucking sound, like
Oh,
Jabba the
God.
Hutt moving as he gets out of his seat.
Yeah, God. Yeah, that's like I like how that's like not even a problem that like you hear about truckers having. Like the people that sit in cars for 14 hours a day.
He gets
This
shot
guy
because he was reaching for his toilet paper.
yeah, yeah. Um yeah, what was I gonna say?
There are
Yeah.
so many
I also like
related questions here. Sorry, go on.
oh no, oh yeah, you're right, there are. That's so
Have you ever
fucking funny.
shit in the sink? Have you ever pooped on someone?
I pooped on someone.
Yeah.
Is it safe for my monitor lizard to eat my cat after eating my car shit?
I yeah. Oh, the other detail about this that I like, you said it, but that this man is a career executive chef.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering. Is he food
Yeah.
poisoning himself, or is he food poisoning everyone else after he takes all these craps all the time? And
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I like that he also specifies like being like stuck behind a particularly long train as
yeah,
like what he thinks would justify that or like, require that. But like I don't think I've ever like a train will take like I think like the longest I've ever been like stuck because of a train is like 15 minutes.
well,
Like
I
at
can't go
most.
15 minutes without crapping.
Yeah. Yeah, he just like he doesn't note like why this is other than like other factors. Yeah. Anyway, but that's all for Scott and his insights. Yeah. So yeah, I think I've peppered various like snake and lizard ones in here. That's not the next
Yeah.
one. The next one is completely different. It's was Adolf Hitler a good leader? And then
Okay, this is one I
the
think
fir-
might have more meat on its bones. All right.
yeah. And if you open it and look at the first replier, who is Nitin S. I'm gonna butcher that name, but Joklikar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and him, and he answers, Q, was Hitler a great leader? And he says, keeping aside the dark side of his leadership, first you have to have a consensus of the concept, yada, yada, yada. But then if you look at his profile picture, it's just a straight up, like, Nazi eagle holding a swastika.
In fairness,
Yeah,
this guy.
This feels like constructive criticism.
In fairness, this guy is Indian, so he has
is
the right to
Indian,
use
yeah.
the swastika. But I agree that
Yeah.
the particular swastika he has chosen is very clearly Nazi symbology.
Yeah. Anyway, but he's just like he's doing that sort of, and I guess like yeah. I mean, I think yeah, like you said, if you look at his profile, this man is like in India. And I think like from what I understand, like Hitler has like a like weirdly like different reputation in India. Like they're just like some people that sort of like him in a like sort of very removed way.
Yeah, exactly. Hitler is sort of like the I don't know, the Richard Gere of India. He's just a
Yeah, the Richard Gere of India. But this guy, he's sort of like he's not doing like the thing where he's like praising Hitler, but he's just like saying like, listen, here are the facts. Number one, honesty. Adolf Hitler was honest to his aim and to his relatives, to the friends, to his country, and to himself. So it's important is that Hitler was true to himself. Throughout his life, he did
Hitler
not.
followed his dreams.
Yeah,
I like
throughout
this.
his life,
Throughout his life, he did not.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm reading what you were going to read. But throughout his life, he did not
Yeah,
cheat
no, you can
anybody
read it.
for money. He didn't cheat anybody for money, which most of the dictators do. This person says.
I guess he didn't cheat. I mean, he the things that he took, he like made a legal precedent for.
Yeah, most
when he died,
dictators,
he-
they forget to make a law before they
Yeah.
do their things.
Yeah. I like this next one. Thread's like, yeah. When he died, he had no personal property, which is like true, I guess.
Is that true?
for
I
most of
highly
his-
doubt that's true. I'm sure he owned a house
mean,
and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think by that point his house was like under occupation by the Allies.
He had no personal
definitely had a
property
gun.
because it was
He had a gun.
taken. Sure, I mean,
Yeah, I guess that's we're going by technicalities.
yeah, when he
I think he had a gun and he had bullets.
Yeah.
Those are definitely possessions.
Yeah.
he had a cyanide capsule. When he died, he did not even have a living. I was gonna say wife, but I guess they never got married. Oh no, they got married right
No, they did
before.
get married,
Yeah,
yeah.
He did not even
Yeah.
have a living wife when he died.
Yeah, he never cheated on his wife. And then he chose to have a very modest funeral and to be cremated so that he could give back to the world what he took.
Yeah.
I was, this is kind of a like tangent, but I was in a group chat and someone, I think we were talking about I don't know, we were just talking about history and like the leader of Ireland in World War II, like how it was funny because I think he was like the only world leader to like send his condolences to Hitler after he died. Not because like just out
He
of
was the only World War II leader to eat a monitor lizard.
yeah. But we were talking about or I think like that was and then someone in the group chat just said like I think I remember hearing about that. Wasn't he one of the people that attended Hitler's funeral? And I said I don't think Hitler had a funeral that was attended by that many people.
Right.
But I just really like the idea of saying like, oh yeah, he was at Hitler's funeral, I think.
I mean, just for
Anyway.
appearance's sake, you know, if I were invited to Hitler's funeral, I'd go.
Yeah.
You don't speak ill of the dead.
Yeah, you know, what's he, you know, like you're not
Let bygones
not
be
enabling, like,
bygones
current-
at that point.
yeah, if anything it's like, you know that he's dead.
Yeah.
The
The bigger man.
anyway, the rest of this list is saying communication, which I guess I can't argue with that.
I can't understand a word that guy says.
That's fair enough, actually. You know what? That is fair. Ability to delegate. That's just like
Also
something
funny
that you-
because wasn't he infamously bad at that? Like
Delegating?
wasn't like the Nazi high command like horrifically badly organized and they were constantly overstepping each other because he set up this.
Oh yeah, no, they were
system.
like pretty incompetent, and they were like, I was saying this in another group chat also, is that like if you look at it, like most of the Nazi high command was like theater kids, but that's like, you know, that's neither here nor
Most of the
there.
Nazi high command was theater kids. That's so funny.
I know, yeah. And then okay,
The leader of the tank battalion has been gaslighting me for 3 months.
yeah, I can't deal with this.
I can only do. Sridhar was not on for this, but I can only do 5 to 10 seconds of a German accent before I accidentally become Jamaican.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. I was cursed by a gypsy with the same property. If I go on for
Yeah.
too long, I grow out my dreadlocks, and it's
yeah. Anyway, but
this
just
list
sort
is
of-
way too long. But I do like
I
that
know,
number. There's 16 qualities on this list, but number 9 is sense of humor.
I don't know about that one. Yeah. Sense of humor, ability to inspire, ability to take care. Know that Carrie took
readers are requested to read an interview with Hitler's barber
Yeah.
from Wollenhaupt in 1948. Like, I don't think Hitler had some great comic timing. Well, I've got some news for you, buddy.
Yeah. Fearlessness. Fear and Adolf Hitler did not coexist. Focus on aim. Hitler had the aim of making greater Germany. I'm just rapid firing through these.
Yeah.
Leading from the front. Leading by example. Hitler banned smoking and himself did not smoke.
Okay, so let's now
He
Sacrifice.
did, like insane amounts of meth.
let's
yeah.
let's jump to the end of this thing. After all these 16 positive qualities, this person's going on and on about how Hitler's a great leader. That's 16 positive qualities. Last sentence, though. I repeat, Adolf Hitler was not God. Just in case. Just in case you thought.
I want people to know that my respect of Adolf Hitler is not esoteric. It's grounded in facts.
Yeah.
And respect doesn't equal an endorsement.
All right, I'm gonna crop this part of the episode out and just post clips
Yeah,
on
that's
Charlie
good.
saying he loves
Yeah.
Hitler.
Yeah.
I see that
That's
the
black.
very first response is from this woman who's actually kind of famous, Gail Lockman McDowell. She writes all these
Oh.
books about passing coding interviews and stuff. But it's not actually that funny a response, though. But it's just interesting to see this collision of worlds.
Sorry, I'm just responding. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So the next one, like I said, I just sort of, I at various points just came back to lizards.
Yeah, what is with you and lizards?
I
Yeah.
just found a lot of stuff on it. I just looked up my lizard, and there was a lot of good stuff.
I mean, I think you could have looked up any old word and stuff would have come up, but all right, lizard.
I think the only times I ever used Quora was when I was like 8 years old and I got stuck in parts of Pokemon Diamond. Some of the top results were either Yahoo Answers or Quora. When I would just type into Google, like, how do you get past the 4th gym?
Did they answer that on Quora?
I guess.
I think it was either Quora or Yahoo Answers. I
remember you saying
had to
this.
talk to the Galactic Grunt in.
It was it was like a gaming forum that I brought up like a few episodes ago because that's when you first said that anecdote. I just have a weird memory about those things. Not even like trying to call you out.
No, that's certainly possible. I got stuck in Pokemon Diamond more than any kid should get stuck in a Pokemon
to be
game.
fair.
I got stuck on quite a few parts.
Anyway, but lizard wasn't the only keyword I used. Well,
I mean, looking at the premium show links, clearly not.
Was Lizard Hitler a good leader?
Maybe.
He's one of those reptilians, the David Icke kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
help! Why did my Hitler puke up all of his organs and die?
Yeah. Lizard Hitler got into the cyanide capsule. There's another key term that I looked up a lot, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Would my lizard get along with my dog? And this one has 3 answers. This is from Vay McCormick, herpetologist. I don't recommend finding out.
Oh, we finally did get a herpetologist. Great.
Yeah. Oh, and then yep. Oh, and then Chris
Reed. Yeah.
I would not trust a guy with fucking herpes to give me advice.
Yeah.
He's not
maybe if I want to get herpes, we'll see.
Getting advice from a lizard.
Yeah. Chris has sort of a similar answer. Short answer is no. Longer answer is you shouldn't give them a chance to find out.
Yeah, they just don't vibe. Like they grew up on different sides of the tracks. They're getting a fight, they're beefing.
Okay, so you looked up would my lizard get along with my dog, but then the next thing you have is can my snake play with my cat? Like,
yeah, I think
that seems worse.
I was on a pet kick.
I mean, you're really on a reptile kick here, or
It's like lizard, Hitler, lizard.
It's your lizard brain.
I think I have a lizard brain. Yeah, I just can't get over it. But I mean, there were some other ones. You know what it is? I was also. I have some of these also. Oh fuck! You know what? I forgot to share this one because it's also really good. Whatever. We can just read the cat one for now. Does one of you want to read that while I find the?
Yeah, I got it. Is the one after? Can I let my snake play with?
Yeah,
my cat?
it's can I let my
All right, let me see here. Can I let my snake play with my cat? And then, well, the first thing is an ad for an NFT. The top answer is Caro Anderson, 35 plus years keeping many snakes, 20 years with rattlesnakes. Absolutely not. Both are predators, so depending on which one is bigger or hungrier, it won't end well. Keep in mind that snakes do not size up their prey prior to killing them to eat. They just make the kill, and if it doesn't fit, they just have to move on and lose out on that meal. That's so fucking funny, dude. Like a snake, like getting dejected, like a guy who can't fit into pants anymore, and he's like, "Oh
Yeah.
fuck, man, I've been so lazy with training my jaw. This sucks. Oh my
Um,
god."
this to rebuke or to sort of one of the other keywords. This is actually the one I probably spend the most time on, but like a lot of them I just like didn't feel fully comfortable sharing, but they were still very funny. But these are some of the ones I found. I just looked up in quotation marks, I am 10, I am 11, I am 12, I am 9. And a lot of it was like, I just felt like a bit too bad about it. But I put these at the bottom, if you want to scroll down there. So we can
Let me
just do a
see
few of
here.
these quick.
Yeah. I
One
am
of them
10 years old and my feet glow in the dark. Is there something wrong with me?
is yeah.
And the top comment is from a plus size style consultant.
Named Plumb.
Oh my god, that's like
No,
what
that's
like a 6-year-old thinks every fat person should be named.
yeah. Oh, it's Plumb.
Plumb.
Um,
Fucking, we've got the plus size style consultant from fucking Wonderland in here.
yeah. On the
Um,
face of it, it sounds ridiculous.
this sounds ridiculous, but is it? My skin is white. Very white. Yeah, your name is Plumb. I could have figured
Yeah.
that one out. As white as a lily. When I was growing up in the 1960s and 1970s, this was cause for denigration. Everybody was supposed to get a tan. The deeper the color, the better. And
I don't know if
fake
the
tans were-
60s that was necessarily true.
Yeah, I don't think having white skin was like the major denigrating thing in the 1960s, man.
I mean, having
Yeah.
white skin is literally the opposite of the result of being denigrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, like Sridhar is really good at fake tanning. He's got that shit all
Yeah.
the time, so he'd be able to.
Yeah, Sridhar's from Germany. Uh, uh,
From the land of the
I-
swastikas, it's true.
yeah, yeah. He's from one of those swastika places. I forget which. I guess they mean like it wasn't. It was if you were like particularly pale, but they the way they say it is like, fake tans were in their infancy. So this is just someone talking about fake tans, and then they say, so sun worshipping was the thing. People slathered in. So this person just talking about like tanning culture for like paragraphs upon paragraphs, and they kind of forgot the original question.
Hmm.
Um,
That is the nature of
someone
Quora,
said-
yeah.
Yeah, someone said yes, but it's because you have no respect for the law. The sign on the virtual door says 13 or over, kid. Now scram before I call the cops. Did you hear me? Get. So they're just mad that this person isn't 13, which is the age for Quora.
Right.
The sign on the virtual door says 13, so scram. Like they're fucking Al Swearingen.
Yeah.
Christ.
Why don't
So,
you?
Another one I saw in this suggested that says, I am 15 years old and I haven't had my glow up. What's going on?
That's so fucked up that they just think that that's like part of puberty.
Comment is from somebody named Empyrean, with they them in parentheses, so they picked
Oh,
out that
okay.
name. And they said, if you're talking about your period, please see a doctor. If you're talking about your adult face, it'll come when you're older.
Yeah, so this a couple more of these.
There's a lot of
was,
questions here where young kids are asking about their glow up. There's
Oh yeah.
how do I
Well,
yeah, go on.
Oh, glow up, yeah.
Yeah, like there's this girl
Um,
saying, "How do I have a glow up for an ugly 13-year-old girl?" It's sad, of course, but that's
Yeah.
how it is when you're
Oh,
young.
yeah, no.
You know.
That's a lot of that was just like kids like they were like, I am 13 and I weigh 100 pounds. How can I cut down to 70? I'm like 5'6". It's like kind of sad. But a lot of them are just like definitely not as sad as, not really that sad, but just like kind of weird. Someone just said, I these are links that I sent to the Discord. I am 12 years old and I want to be Prime Minister of India when I grow up. What should I do? Which is really
get really into Hitler.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, and then someone says, now coming straight to the point, never let anyone tell you you cannot do something. keep your eye on the goal. Connect with people. Your
This is
first
also really
your first
long.
priority.
There's way too many points.
Yeah.
These Indians don't know
Some-
how to be concise.
Yeah, someone said one of them
know
is
that, Indian
join a
sweetheart.
political or.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Someone said,
You're
oh,
good.
sorry, yeah. One of them is join a political organization, which makes sense for being prime minister. I feel like that should be number one almost.
To be honest, a lot of
Um,
these answers, the ones that aren't so long-winded, I feel like actually they're better than I would have thought. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
You
this
have
one
to
I
be
don't.
really, really annoying in high school. That is the first step.
So last of the diversion of the I am blank years old was just I am 13 years old and I want to start wearing diapers / nappies again. Should I? And the top answer is from Stanley Wood, and he says, yes, you can. There's nothing wrong with wanting to wear diapers again. You can wear diapers for any reason. For me, I like wearing and using diapers for fun, and I am 50 years old.
Okay, great. Finally, we got back into some
We got
real
to talk to the
weirdos.
13-year-old.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
So, like, stuff like don't have your snake and your cat live together. That's just good advice. I'd say the same thing, but you're
yeah.
back on the people exploring their sexual paraphilias.
Yeah.
Snake should not be talking to a 13-year-old. I am incredibly uncomfortable. I am calling 7 different police forces. I found a post. I don't know what this means. It says, "What are some good songs to lyric prank your crush?"
Lyric prank.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that's like a piece of terminology I'm not aware of.
It's probably something that
Yeah,
kids have. The new generation is doing, and we're all old and out of touch.
Yeah. That's like part of that's like TikTok thing.
Is it like you fucking? Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, you just play like an Olivia Rodrigo song for a little bit, and then you're dancing, and then like as you're about to do something, then it cuts in like Berzerum or something.
Right.
Yeah, that's lyric pranking, but you want to do it to your crush.
That's every third most famous TikTok is just like, I told my crush I liked him, and I was also secretly filming the entire time.
Yeah.
And if you do a good enough job at telling your crush that you like them, you get to star in a movie.
Someone just shared a GIF or a YouTube video that I guess was age restricted. Oh, okay. That's just because it's like it's the video to the songs, but it just shows like the YouTube. It just shows like an image as an answer, and it just says "You're a cunt."
Oh.
Which I just thought was like a reply to this person, just saying that they're a cunt.
You want to lyric prank your crush, you fucking piece of shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, lyric pranking. Yeah, play "Fuck You" by CeeLo Green and say this is about you. Yeah, the second greatest prank is bring CeeLo Green up to them. And yeah.
Introduce your crush to CeeLo Green. Prank.
Yeah, sick CeeLo Green on your crush. It just seems like
it's got to be kind of embarrassing to be like a very famous music industry rapist, but like not even the smoothest one. Like you can't even call yourself like the smoothest pedophile because R. Kelly made better music than you. That's gotta suck.
Yeah. I like the of all the songs that I know by him, which is one. He has like a 1-for-1 record in my mind. So
CeeLo Green or
CeeLo Green.
Yeah, the only song I know by him is R. Kelly. Or fuck shit. The only song I know by him is "Fuck You," which is a decent song.
Yeah, what was the
Do we want to go to the Chief Keef stuff?
Oh yeah, so this was the other thing that I was on. As evidence that I wasn't just looking at snakes and children.
Right, well, this is how out of touch I am. I don't know who Chief Keef is. He's a rapper?
Oh, he is a rapper. Yeah, so I was thinking of like rappers to look up, but like if you look up like certain ones like that are sort of like they're ones that you look up and all the questions are just like, why is this guy popular? And it's like rappers that just like sort of dress like weird and will have like one hit song, and those questions aren't like very interesting. It's just people being like fucking like, it's like, why do people like Lil Pump? And then the answers are like, it's because they have, AIDS cancer or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah,
And that's like,
they have the stupidest ears connected to the dumbest brains, and they should be listening.
Yeah.
to
I do think this first question is quite funny. This first Chief Keef question. How would you feel
Is
if
it
your
the-
daughter was a gifted student and also a college graduate, but her favorite music artist was Chief Keef?
yeah,
Really struggling.
Yeah.
Like his daughter, his or her daughter is already a college graduate, and they're so concerned about her
Yeah.
music taste.
yeah, yeah. It's like, I
It's true.
Yeah, I guess, like-
She's the one who makes all the memes that are like listening to gangster rap on the way to the farmer's market.
yeah, no, like Chief Keef was like I guess sort of the sweet spot between like not rappers that like people just don't think are stupid, and then like rappers that like most people like, like just looking up Kanye wasn't really that interesting, or like Drake, but
You
this
know
one,
who
yes.
has some good ones that I just checked?
Who?
Is Travis Scott.
Oh, that's good. Anyway, I just want to.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Just
I was
remind
just
me.
gonna finish this. So yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. This one of the answers is from Christina Rogers, and her like little qualification tag is just 4 kids that have survived so far.
What? Oh,
I don't know. I guess that means
Jesus
she has 4
Christ.
kids, at least 4 kids.
Yeah.
And then
She used to
yeah,
have 5, but it got eaten by a monitor lizard.
yeah, a monitor lizard. Yeah, one of
Is it fine if my monitor lizard eats my kid?
yeah.
Is that bad?
It did that kid listen to Chief Keef?
Oh,
that-
that's an
that
important
depends.
question. What was her
Yeah.
GPA?
What was her GPA? Yeah, but it's just I just like, how would you feel if your daughter? Yeah, I like that because like, like there wasn't, like Chief Keef, like there isn't like, I mean, I don't know that much about him. I mean, I like know like some basic stuff, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
he wasn't like ever like the center of like a moral panic
right.
necessarily.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He's not like someone that like is like, he's not like the villain of like Fox News. But
yeah, no,
I'm just gonna
it's
do
not like people are going around. Like, he's not like the
Yeah.
guy that people say, like, I would rather be boiled alive and set
Yeah.
on fire and thrown in the ocean than listen to this mumble crap.
Yeah. Anyway, but a little rapid fire through those. There are multiple questions like these, which is Chief Keef the first autistic rapper to get famous? And then
I don't know a lot about Chief Keef. Does he actually have autism?
that's what, you know what, I was looking into this, but like the evidence people give is that like they're like, well, he's really dedicated to his music, and then he like is kind of weird in interviews sometimes.
This is how everybody
Which-
is autistic now. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, that's how everyone's autistic. Yeah, no, he's just like kind of, people are like, well, he is kind of awkward in interviews. I know he's like a very widely beloved rapper, that's like, like done all these things, and there isn't really that much evidence of, but he might be autistic because of that. And then Robert Redline, which sounds like a nickname, but I don't know. Who's
Robert Redline?
who's
Jesus Christ. That's
who's
a
quali-
superhero who does districting.
that's a super villain. That's one of Black Panther's arch nemesis. He and his qualification is just have been seriously into music for over 50 years. And he says,
Seriously
I've never heard
into music. That's awesome.
seriously into music. And he says, I've never heard of Chief Keef, and really don't care one way or another, but after listening to what they refer to as rap music, I think there's a lot of autistic or retarded or demented or just plain mindless morons that are famous rap stars. It's not rocket science.
It's a very
I
grumpy
like the
answer.
idea of I like the idea of a rapper that has dementia. Yeah, it's like it's just like
Song
it's
called
like-
So Many Ops I Forgot.
it's like counting all my stacks. I forgot all that I had. It's like
Yeah.
like $200 bills.
Sridhar,
Yeah.
do you know what an op is?
I know what an
Me
op
too.
is. I assume it's like
Yeah.
a psyop, like a psychological thing.
It's, I mean, that's sort of what it means multiple things, I guess.
It
That's
usually
what
means like an enemy or a hater or something like
Oh, I see. Like
Yeah.
opposition.
Yeah.
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
There's
That
there's a really great I can't remember who it is off my head, but it's like a very I want to say ASAP Rocky. There's a video of him saying like so many ops coming around. Well, like some people call them ops. I just call them retards. And the video just ends.
yeah.
Can we do
Oh,
the one that I just said because there's some really
I
great
just want to go through the Chief Keef one, sort of like
yeah. How
rapid
many
fire.
people are asking if he's autistic? Jesus Christ.
A good number. I have like a few more. I'll just go through them pretty fast. This one went unanswered, but it's, did Chief Keef ever visit the University of Chicago? Which I don't know if he did. I don't think he went to college, but maybe he got a
Chief Keef
scholarship
have a
to go.
bachelor's?
Yeah, he got a bachelor's from University of Chicago.
Yeah, Chief Keef is actually super into Chicago school economics.
Yeah,
If you get like
yeah.
really into his lyrics, there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
about extolling the virtues of the free
Yeah,
market.
Milton Friedman is looking down from heaven at Chief Keef as he continues his work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then this next one is, what do you think if a girl listens to Chief Keef?
People are really
And someone
trying to
says
read
nothing.
things into girls listening to Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Like the father
I
also.
guess, yeah.
I don't know why I assume it's a
Yeah,
father.
what
It
do
could have
you-
been a mother, but the person asking the other question.
I think a lot of anyway, someone asked, how does Chief Keef fight Asperger's? That one was also unanswered. I like fighting Asperger's is very funny to like it's cancer. Like you're gonna eventually beat it.
Died after a long battle with Asperger's.
Yeah, hit by a train that you were looking at. And then this first one, I guess, yeah, I should have just read this one first, but it was just, is Chief Keef autistic? Which, I guess we'll never know, but it seems like it.
I'm looking at some of these related questions. Is there anyone with Asperger's or autism who loves or appreciates hip hop?
It'd be fun. Yeah, just answering that. No.
Yeah, I mean, what do people expect with questions like this?
Yeah. Would it even be possible for an autistic person to understand the intricacies of hip hop?
They'd start stimming on the beat.
Right.
You can't have that.
Gus wanted me to read this one, so I will. This one, it looks like doesn't. Oh no, it does have answers.
There's some good answers here.
Oh, do you want to read it?
There's one answer in particular I want to read. It's so the question is Travis Scott better than Eminem? Travis Scott has a lot of critically acclaimed album, while Eminem doesn't. And there's a lot of disagreements here, but one of them in particular is cracking me up. From a guy named Don Fobbs. He says, there isn't a world in which Travis Scott could ever hold a candle to M. M's career does Usain Bolt laps around Travis Scott's. Scott has fans, but M has made out of not only the people, but other rappers who also call him the GOAT, and the one person in hip-hop that you should never come after if you want to keep your career. He literally made MGK leave rap and get weird. Lol.
Yeah. I like that you said Usain Bolt laps too, because I don't think.
Yeah, Usain Bolt doesn't run laps.
He doesn't run laps. He just runs in a straight line. That's like his main thing. It's running a straight line.
Also, I loved him saying, what was it? He made Machine Gun Kelly leave rap, which is
yeah, that's just
insanely
not
funny.
true.
No, like he stopped making rap because he fucking sucked at it and he wasn't making any money.
Yeah, he sucked at it and got accused of like dating a 16-year-old when he was 30 or something.
Oh really?
He was accused.
Oh
of
yeah,
this
no, he has
because
like
of how
accusation.
bad he was at rap.
I guess, yeah, he had to like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, someone said like only dumb children would find this rap good, and it's like, oh okay, well,
Also, like the diss track that fucking Eminem dropped on Machine Gun Kelly was notably like pretty lousy. Like he tried to do like disses about him like having a man bun, like he was like a 50-year-old dad or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if there are any related ones there. This one's really quick because it doesn't have any answers.
Who is a better rapper, Tupac or Eminem? Eminem the best rapper of all time? Is Eminem the greatest rapper of all time, or just his generation?
Just his generation. Yeah. I I don't know how yeah, that's like pretty hard to judge when you consider that rap
There's a
music
guy in here named Ajang Moses whose name is described as rap connoisseur. And here is my minimum requirements for GOAT: album sales, influence / impact, longevity
Ow!
/ relevance, discography, and overall skill.
Overall
says-
skill.
Album sales: Eminem is the most selling rapper of all time.
Yeah, I learned that recently. I was surprised that it wasn't, or maybe it's like I think Drake might have sold more or something, but I was surprised by how high Eminem was. Yeah, this one that I found this is quick. I can just read it from here, but it was just someone who asked do you think that Gaddafi was a crazy and weird guy? And then no one answered that, but I like to I like that that's how you
Like
like
Hitler,
describe
he had a sense of humor.
he had a sense of
just a
humor.
goofy
Was he,
guy.
yeah. Was he, yeah, I like yeah. And like yeah, I also like the idea of describing Gaddafi as crazy and goofy, and then people get like really mad at you because it's like don't I don't need any of that propaganda. Don't delegitimize all the work that he did. Then that just like starts like a massive fight that gets you quote tweeted like 3,000 times. I
To fight with the BJP,
yeah.
the fucking right wingers from India.
What about them?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. They're like K-pop fan level, like insane.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Like you remember the famous fucking
Oh.
I know it smell crazy in here.
Do I
yeah.
remember?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, people
Yeah.
have not stopped talking about that.
I like the idea that that's specifically the BJP. I think did I send this one? This is another one about autism and Eminem, but someone asked, are there other autistic celebrities besides Eminem?
Everybody's autistic.
Everyone's autistic.
All of my favorite rappers are exactly like me.
Well, I like
Are there any other rappers besides Eminem who are also autistic and also their favorite Pokemon game is Black and White 2 and also they're a fan of the Chicago Bears?
Yeah. Yeah. Are there yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Are there any other rappers like me? Are there any other rappers like me? I know Chief Keef is like me because I currently go to the University of Chicago. And I have autism.
I don't even believe the people asking these questions all have autism. I think it's just like a trendy thing to say.
Yeah. I mean, I could believe that like a lot of autistic people are attracted to Quora.
I mean,
because it's about like
fair enough,
clarifying inconsistent or questions. But I like the idea that there's like no other autistic celebrity. Like there are plenty of celebrities that have been like diagnosed with autism, but they think that it's like only Eminem who hasn't been diagnosed. And then someone said Susan Boyle from Britain's Got Talent, and then Courtney Love. And then Courtney Love in parentheses, married to Kurt Cobain, claims to also be on the spectrum. I like that they put in parentheses married to Kurt Cobain, like that's relevant to the autism. Which I don't know, maybe it was.
Yeah. I don't think these people are autistic. I don't think Courtney Love is autistic. No, it's just a trendy thing.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it was like maybe she was like really. She was like, Kurt, how are you doing? He's like, I'm fine. Just don't worry about me. And she's like, okay, that's fine. Well, start doing. Why don't you start doing something about it if you're okay? Because I need to go. I need to go to the train store. And then he's just like, I can't deal with this anymore. Yeah. Courtney Love
Kurt Cobain was sick of stepping on Legos in his own house.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain. Yeah. Kurt Cobain tried laying down on the model train tracks. When that didn't do anything, he just decided to get a gun.
I've just been clicking around on Quora, and I have found like 7,000 questions that are all quite similar to this one. I don't know how I got down this rabbit hole, but it's I'm enjoying anal sex more than pussy sex. Is it normal?
Oh yeah, I have plenty of those. We can go into yeah.
Pussy sex, fuck
Pussy
me.
sex is really good.
I'm gonna text text someone I'm sleeping with. Hey, are you down for pussy sex anytime this week? See what
You
kind of
like
response I
you
get.
tweeted that yesterday though when you were high on basically.
Oh, the boy dick one. Yeah,
Yeah, that you
I
basically.
was. It was So I tweeted that when me and my friends were all doing ketamine, but part of the thing with that is that there was somebody who had like a really like bad mental reaction to it, where like their brain just
It
couldn't
was
handle it.
me.
Yeah, it was you. So like as my friends and I were just kind of joking around in my friend's living room, every couple of minutes we just hear like this disturbed banshee wail coming from the other side of the apartment.
Oh.
And two of my friends kept like walking back and forth to like make sure that that person was still okay. Somebody said that there was quote unquote Steven Universe colored vomit at the end of that experience.
Oh, that's good.
It was. I mean, like I had a fun time. You know, I had a very normal
Yeah.
reaction to ketamine. But...
So this one it's sort of like I guess sort of in the same theme of what Sridhar just said. And I just sent it and it just says can I pee in an anus? Uh and then
One.
yeah, I like the idea that that's like it's like how you ask like can I go to the bathroom when you're in elementary school?
It's
Can I pee in an anus? I don't know, can you? And then,
I hate to say, I let an ex-lover do this to me once. I met him at the train station in my car. I was barefoot as usual,
as usual.
three-quarter length white trousers, crisp white short sleeve shirt, no underwear. I picked him up. He gave me a quick kiss on the lips. I drove him back to my place while we held hands. I parked the car in my garage, turned to him and kissed him. Oh my god, this is long. He responded, and it turned into a prolonged, sensual kiss with tongue. I then got out of the car and walked round to go to the passenger side. He got out and spun me around, and we started kissing again. Then he turned me around to face the car and pushed me against the opening where the car door was fully open. I felt him unbutton my trousers. Soon his hand was down my trousers, gripping my rock-hard penis. Then he quickly pulled my trousers down where they fell to my feet and pulled my dirt half over the head, making me feel like I was tied up and constricted. He pushed me into the open car door opening, and I fell forward across the passenger seat, unable to see anything due to my eyes being covered by my shirt. I felt his tongue darting over my bored point pussy before he thrust his dick in me and started to pound me. After a couple minutes, he stopped and said, "I need to pee somewhere." I was so loving the experience that I just said to him, "It's okay, just go inside me." After assuring him that it was what I wanted him to do, he slid himself back in me, and it took him a minute or so before he peed inside me. The warm liquid enema feeling was
Wait, hold on.
lovely. And then
I've always
come
been an
into
adventurous guy. I thought this was a woman. What?
No, it's a guy.
No, these are two gay men.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Do we just end there? Are we gonna
did
talk?
they say something
yeah, I
about their
guess so.
pussy in the middle of that? Okay.
They said boy pussy.
Boy pussy.
Yeah,
like-
Oh,
boy,
Yeah.
put
I
yeah.
see.
I guess we can just we can end with this quick one that I found. I think this was the first one that I found on Quora, and it was just I think I just looked up thing or like thing and then ass, and someone just said I anal myself with a 12 centimeter thing, and my ass hurts. What do I do? Anyway, I don't even need to go into any answers for that one. I just like the question. But yeah, Sridhar, thank you so much for coming on. That was really fun.
Thank you for having me and for answering a lot of the questions I'd been struggling with.
Yeah.
Well, Sridhar, before you leave, now that we've gone over everything, do you think Hitler was a good leader, and would you let him into a room with your dog?
I might let him into a room with my daughter, but not into a room with my monitor lizard.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah.
God bless.
Thanks so much. Follow Sridhar if you don't already, but you probably do. And then follow him on Quora also. Yeah. See ya. Oh, wait. Fuck. Craig.
Boo! Boo!